Alright, so today's kind of a crazy day and a cool announcement. So Lossless Scaling got a major update today. They've been talking about it for weeks now. It's been in alpha for a while, but it finally came out, and what it does is now uh, we can do times 4 frame generation, and it has G-Sync support, so I'm not 100% sure the full details of what G-Sync does. All I know is that it's the same as FreeSync, so it has something to do with uh, tearing. Like it prevents tearing, I believe, at all frame rates if you have a compatible monitor. Um, I don't know fully what that is, so you can leave a comment if you know more than I do. But I do know that it's great if you own an Nvidia graphics card. Now you can enjoy tear-free frame generation. So let's dig into some of the patch notes, and then I'll do the same as my last video, and I'll record it with my phone so you guys can actually see the performance increase. So this is patch 2.3. They introduced a times 4 generation mode. Before they introduced generating 2 intermediate frames. Now you can generate 3 intermediate frames. They even state the recommended usage scenario starts with the game's base frame rate at 60 and for monitors with a high refresh rate of 240. So this is kind of what I was talking about in my last video. You typically want to use this app if you have a high refresh rate monitor. I've gotten a lot of comments for people wanting to play like Minecraft or whatever, and they're running like an i3 and integrated graphics, and they're like, well, why is it not working? Why am I lagging? Why am I getting worse frame rate without than with fake frames? What's going on? Well, they even state it right here. It is pretty intensive to do this, especially if you're doing it at like times 2, times 3, times 4. Sorry, not times 2. Times 2 is the least amount of hardware needed for it, but times 3, times 4, you're really pushing it at that point. So this makes sense to me. Yeah, a base frame rate of 60 to do times 4 at 240. That's going to give you the least amount of latency. It's going to be the most noticeable. Chances are all the people that are watching this video probably have like a 60 hertz monitor. People haven't really made that adjustment yet, and I highly suggest you do, because on Amazon right now you can actually get like a 100 hertz monitor for like, I'm not even kidding, under $100 Canadian on Amazon. And if you go on like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, you can get like an easy 165 hertz, which is what I have, by the way, for 150 to 200, which is pretty good deal. All right, let's keep moving. Can also be used with lower frame rates. Yeah, so you can obviously still use it. It's not going to block you. Base mode is expected to, yeah, okay. It's been updated so times 3 has been updated further to reduce artifacts. Yeah, dark scenes. This is something I noticed when I was doing X3 on, which game was it? I think it was BioShock 2 Remastered, if I'm not mistaken. It's a pretty dark game if you've ever played it. Oh no, actually it was this, but it was mostly Dark Souls Remastered. There's this part of the game in Dark Souls where it's called Blight Town, and it's like an absolute shithole. It's just really dark. And on X3 mode, because the game is all it's locked at 60, like the game physics engine is locked at 60, so I wanted to make use of my monitor refresh rate, so I tried to do X3. And yeah, it was just so dark, which was normal for the game, but like pattern textures just freaked out. I wish I had footage to show you, but it was just really weird. So I'm glad that they fixed that, but I'm assuming because they said only X3 mode has been fixed, this probably means that you're going to get this problem with X4 mode, so just keep a heads up for that. Okay, this is just talking about UI, I believe. Yeah, this doesn't really matter to me. I don't really care. Increase UI detection rate. Oh no, this does matter. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, to be expected. This is nothing crazy to me. Yeah, initial support for G-Sync. It's recommended to enable full screen in the driver settings. Okay. Special thanks to the Reddit user. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to get into this now that I read all the patch notes out to you guys. Alright, so now we're going to test Minecraft just like my last video, but this time we're going to try the new X4 mode in Lossless Scaling. So, you'll see here I got Minecraft. I'm recording in 60 frames per second, so you can see. I kept the game's frame rate for the first test to 10 FPS, so you can just see how it is. Now if I go Control Alt S, you're gonna see I'm at 10 FPS still. Times 4, I'm at 40. I'm looking at this, and I'll be honest, let me mute the music, even though I love Minecraft music. So the latency at 10 FPS to 40, it's horrendous. Like, this is not even usable in any way, shape, or form. But we kind of already knew that. I'm assuming if I increase the FPS to, let's try 20. Mind you, you guys aren't going to see this, right? Because it's quick math. The game is running at 20 times 4. So that's 80 FPS. Actually 20, but 80 fake. But you can only see 60 frames per second in the video recording. I'll tell you right now that the latency, if I'm just doing like quick snappy moves right now, yeah, let's go like chicken to the tree. If this was an FPS, I'd say like, hell no, you can't do 20 FPS to 80 FPS. That's just not feasible. The latency is just terrible at this cap. So now let's increase it from 20 to 30. Wow, okay. 30 FPS on X4, I don't notice any latency. Yeah, this is good. Now the artifacts, I don't really notice it that much. If I focus on like this little island thing right here and I just move the camera, I can see it kind of ghosting, but that's not that bad. Okay, I'm gonna try 40 because I have 165 hertz monitor, so this is gonna be like the true test. Wow. Guys, I'm genuinely like so impressed right now. There's no latency. There's a little bit of ghosting, which you can't really get rid of because, I mean, look how fast I'm moving the mouse, right? At that low frame rate at 40 FPS, moving the mouse like this, it's bound to happen. But no, this is like unbelievable to me. Wow. Yeah, I guess the only thing left to test, because in the patch notes they did say that they fixed the I believe it was the ×3 X2 scaling for dark scenes, where it showed a lot of graphical glitches on pattern textures. And Minecraft, as you can see, is full of patterns. So I'm gonna test that out now to see if they fix that. So if I remember correctly, because I don't really play Minecraft anymore, I think I can go like time set night. Yeah, okay. So it's dark, and I want to just look closely at these patterns here. Looks good to me. I mean, again, I'm scaling from 40 to 160, right? So maybe if I lower the frame rate back down to the abysmal 10 FPS. Oh yeah, okay. There you can really see the patterns messed up. Well, overall review of this new patch for the X4 scaling. Yeah, it's great.